The year is 2015, and somewhere in a cluttered bedroom in New Jersey, a 17-year-old kid is about to pull off one of the most audacious financial crimes in American history. His weapon of choice isn't a gun or explosives. It's a laptop and an internet connection. His target isn't a bank vault or an armored truck. It's the entire United States stock market. Meet Jonathan Liebed. By day, he's just another high school student navigating algebra tests and cafeteria drama. By night, he's orchestrating a multi-million-dollar market manipulation scheme that will make seasoned Wall Street traders look like amateurs. What he's about to do will shake the financial world to its core and force the Securities and Exchange Commission to rewrite the rules of online trading forever. But here's what makes this story absolutely insane. Jonathan doesn't have a finance degree. He's never stepped foot on a trading floor. He doesn't even have a driver's license yet. All he has is an unshakable belief that he's smarter than everyone else and a dangerous understanding of how human psychology works in the digital age. The plan is deceptively simple, but the execution will be flawless. Jonathan has figured out how to weaponize the internet's most powerful force against itself. He's discovered that in the age of online forums and instant communication, you don't need millions of dollars to move markets. You just need to know exactly what buttons to push and when to push them. Over the next few months, Jonathan will turn a few $1,000s into nearly $1 million. He'll manipulate stock prices with surgical precision, timing his moves down to the minute. And he'll do it all while his parents sleep peacefully in the next room, completely unaware that their teenage son is single-handedly disrupting the most sophisticated financial system on the planet. What makes this even more remarkable is that Jonathan isn't working with a team of co-conspirators or sophisticated hacking tools. He's doing this entirely alone, using nothing more than basic internet access and an understanding of market psychology that would impress veteran traders with decades of experience. The beauty of his scheme lies in its elegant simplicity. While other market manipulators rely on complex algorithms or insider information, Jonathan has identified something far more powerful and accessible. He's tapped into the raw emotional responses that drive every single trading decision, and he's learned how to trigger those responses at will. But Jonathan's story isn't just about one teenager's incredible ability to game the system. It's about how the internet fundamentally changed the rules of financial crime forever. Before Jonathan, market manipulation required connections, capital, and years of experience. After Jonathan, all you needed was a computer and the right strategy. The Securities and Exchange Commission has been tracking unusual trading patterns for months, but they have no idea what they're dealing with. Their investigators are looking for the usual suspects: corporate insiders with privileged information, professional traders with sophisticated software, organized crime syndicates with deep pockets and international connections. They're not looking for a kid from suburban New Jersey who spends his evenings in online chat rooms and his afternoons studying stock charts instead of doing homework. They're not prepared for someone who understands the internet better than they understand traditional finance, someone who can move faster than their decades-old investigation protocols. What Jonathan has discovered is that the same technology that democratized information has also democratized financial crime. The barriers that once protected markets from manipulation have crumbled, and he's walking through the gaps that regulators didn't even know existed. His methods are so unconventional that when investigators finally piece together what's happening, they'll struggle to classify his crimes. Is this securities fraud? Is it market manipulation? Is it something entirely new that existing laws weren't designed to handle? But perhaps most disturbing of all is how easily Jonathan pulls this off. He doesn't need to hack into secure systems or break encryption codes. He doesn't need to bribe officials or threaten witnesses. The entire financial system is designed to respond to the signals he's sending, and he's learned to speak that language fluently. As we dive deeper into Jonathan's story, you'll see how one teenager's weekend hobby evolved into a sophisticated criminal enterprise that exposed fundamental weaknesses in our financial infrastructure. You'll discover the psychological tricks he used to manipulate not just stock prices, but the emotions and decisions of thousands of investors. Most importantly, you'll understand how Jonathan Liebed changed everything. His story marks the moment when cybercrime evolved from simple hacking into something far more dangerous and far more profitable. The first target is a small biotech company called Microtherapeutics. The stock trades at just over $2 a share, and daily volume is practically non-existent. Most professional investors have never even heard of it. But that's exactly what makes it perfect for Jonathan's purposes. At 3 in the morning, while his parents assume he's sleeping, Jonathan fires up his computer and begins crafting his masterpiece. He opens multiple browser windows, each logged into a different online investing forum under a different username. The personas he's created are masterfully detailed. There's Stock Guru 47, a supposedly retired pharmaceutical executive with insider knowledge; Tech Analyst 2000, a recent MIT graduate specializing in biotech investments; and Millionaire Mike, a successful day trader who claims to have made his fortune on similar small-cap plays. Each character has its own posting history, its own vocabulary, its own credibility carefully built over months of strategic participation in these forums. Jonathan understands something that traditional market manipulators missed. In the digital age, reputation isn't about who you know or where you went to school. It's about consistency, engagement, and the ability to sound like you know what you're talking about. The posts begin appearing simultaneously across dozens of investment message boards. Stock Guru 47 drops hints about upcoming clinical trial results. Tech Analyst 2000 shares detailed technical analysis suggesting the stock is severely undervalued. Millionaire Mike casually mentions that he's been accumulating shares for weeks and expects major news soon. But Jonathan's genius isn't just in creating fake personas. It's in understanding the psychology of online communities. He knows that people don't just read these forums for information. They read them for validation, for the feeling that they're part of something bigger, for the rush that comes from discovering a hidden opportunity before everyone else does. So he doesn't just post bullish predictions about microtherapeutics. He creates entire conversations between his fake accounts, building momentum and excitement organically. Stock Guru 47 will post an analysis, and Tech Analyst 2000 will respond with supporting data. Millionaire Mike will chime in with his own experiences investing in similar companies. Other real users start participating, adding their own speculation and questions. Within hours, what started as Jonathan's solo performance has become a genuine community discussion. Real investors are doing their own research, finding reasons to be optimistic about the stock, convincing themselves and others that this might be the opportunity they've been waiting for. The beauty of the scheme is that Jonathan never actually lies about anything verifiable. He doesn't claim to have insider information about specific announcements or FDA approvals. Instead, he focuses on interpretation and speculation, areas where his opinions can't be easily fact-checked. He presents himself as someone who's done extensive research and reached bullish conclusions, not as someone with access to secret information. Jonathan Liebed's story proves that in the digital age, the most dangerous criminals aren't the ones with the biggest guns or the most sophisticated technology. They're the ones who understand human nature better than the systems designed to stop them. His teenage bedroom became ground zero for a new kind of financial warfare, one that regulators are still struggling to comprehend today.